Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or, if you're new to the channel, hey there, and welcome to ya. My name is JGarner1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual. And I'm very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. We are back on the world of Crumbach, my friends, where we have... oh, so much to do. And so little time in which to get some stuff done, so let's not waste any of it. We need, first and foremost, to set up some fences up here because it is dangerous. Dangerous up here right now. I said it again because it bears repeating, but I'll do it one more time because it is that important. It's dangerous up here in the treetops when you don't have anything to keep you from slipping over the edge. And that's one thing I don't want to have happen to me. So we are going to set up some fences along all the edges of our platform so that we don't do what I almost did. I almost walked right off. That would not have been good. This cuts down on our movement space a little bit, but I'm more worried about being safe than having room to move around up here. Being able to be safe, organized, and established in the treetops is much more important than just having room to maneuver. Besides, we're going to have room to maneuver where we really need it. Oh, I almost forgot. This was the tree I was going to make into kind of an... this is the part that's going to be an actual tree house building. Because we're going to put a building here with the leaves as a roof so that I can use it for storage and infrastructure. Oh, pardon me. That hurt. Oh, I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm alright. I love this game so much. I don't think I'll ever truly get tired of it. Ooh, the cows. Do the cows need feeding? Quite possibly, but I'm not going to feed them just yet. Mainly because I'm running out of their food. Hey, Davian! Good to see you, my man. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm doing pretty good. What's good is, well, the day. The day has been good to me so far. Which is a surprise. Sometimes the day is not so good for me. But the day has been pretty good. Yeah, this game is one of a kind. And there's always something new happening with it. If not because of Mojang, then because of the players themselves. I really hope I've got some hay bales stored away still. Uh-oh. Ah, there they are. I knew I had some. Wow, excellent voice crack. Way to go, J-Guard. Sound like a squeaky kid. Alright, got sheep we're gonna have to move. We got chickens and pigs we'll eventually have to move. And cows that we're eventually gonna have to let grow and then eliminate. Alright, that egg didn't do any good. Alright, let's get back over to the cows, feed them, and then get back to work. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this little shack in the treetops for the storage. This is cool. Nice. Sounds like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan to me, Davian. So many cows. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Yeah, that could work. Technically, though, I should do that. There we go. That'll work. And this will be the storage hut until further notice. I'm just going to knock out the blocks on the sides so that I can see out and observe the world when I'm in here organizing my stuff. Yeah, bridges can be a pain. Bridges can be a bit of a pain. Depending on what kind of bridge you're after, though, it can be kind of fun to build them. For example, if you're aiming for a bridge that crosses a river, the easiest way to go is just make a kind of an arch over the river. If you're looking for one that leads up to somewhere, you want to make it go kind of an angle. If you're aiming for a realistic look. If you're not aiming for a realistic look, then who the heck cares? Do whatever you want to do for it. I mean, honestly, that's kind of like the core rule of the game. Do it however you want to do it, whatever you're going to do. Whatever you build it your way. But if you're going for a somewhat realistic bridge, if you're doing it over water, kind of do an arch. My best recommendation for that is to make a lot of use of slabs and stairs to make it a gentle curve. And if you want to really add a little bit of style to it, throw in some lanterns as the lighting source, because that always looks good to me. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Should I knock out the tree in the middle, or should I leave it? I mean, I hand-placed all these leaves, so they won't despawn. But I'm kind of feeling like I want to leave the tree for now. Just to see how I like it. I might eventually remove that one, though, so, or at least that section of it, so that I can see around the entirety of the inside of that hut. Yeah? Alright. Yeah, honestly, I think leaving it is the best way to go. Because it does look pretty good. Just add a little something there. There we go. Now it feels more like a hut in the treetop. I like it. Might add that tree to the mix. Expand the platform out this way and that way. And then I think I'm going to make another tree grow alongside this one. Make a platform between them and have a bridge from here over to there. If I had thought about it, actually, I stop and think about it, maybe I could make another 4 trees, these ones grown much more rigidly patterned, and then use them as the foundation of a ever so delightful garden tree. Yeah, I might do that. That could work. There is one thing I want to add to this section here, and that is kind of a gangplank, or not gangplank, but a kind of a launch point to get into the river. Like if I have to leave the tree in a hurry, I can jump off and be good to go. Hey, Leo! Good to see you, my dude. Glad you can make it. How you doing? Doing well? I hope so. And see, that is part of why I want... That's part of why I want to be able to get access to the river in a hurry, because I might go get fish. It might be a good idea to have some fish so I can get some cats. And I say we need cats because creepers. Will you come here and let me see what you got for trading, you pain in the neck? Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Well, you're a cheapskate jerk. You only take 2 doses of the potatoes? Big pain in the neck. Alright, I'm gonna experiment with something here. This guy's willing to buy a bucket of milk. I want to see. Does he take the bucket too? Yes, he does. Pain in the neck. I'm doing pretty good, Leo. Thank you for asking. And thank you for posting the rules, my man. Always appreciate you doing that. With the lead recipe change, do I need slime balls for anything? Sticky pistons. I would need them for sticky pistons. But I don't plan on using sticky pistons anytime soon, so... Yeah, sorry llamas, but you started spitting on me. Good. Glad to hear you're doing good. I'm always glad to hear my viewers are doing good. Alright, so these chests. I'm gonna move them up into the tree. Move into the tree house. That's where I'll put miscellaneous. Let's put those things in there for now. Valuables, for the moment, I'm going to move them into this chest. There we go. And yes, that's going to include tools that I'm not actively using and not carrying with me. Hoya! Yeesh. That's one thing the sword has an advantage over the spear in. With the sword, you can rapid attack. With the spear, the jab has that cooldown. Not such a big deal, really, but at the same time, when you're dealing with a lot of entities or very small entities that have a frustrating kind of hitbox, sometimes being able to spam attack is better. Aha. Get some fish, because there's been a couple of villages, and I want to go to one of them and get some cats. I want to at least get a jelly cat to keep in my bedroom. See, this is why I have so many suggestions for pets in Minecraft. In terms of ways to improve the pet system. Give us a pet bed. A bed to which we can bind a pet. So that that pet can never die permanently. Make it so that we have to craft the bed using expensive materials, mixed with some not so expensive materials. And make it so that we can only have one pet per bed. This would balance it somewhat against making it be able to be very useful, but it wouldn't necessarily be overpowered. A pet bed, where one pet per bed becomes able to respawn a full Minecraft day or 3 after the pet's death. I say this because I can never take any of my pets with me on a journey, because I'm always worried they're going to end up dying. That worry would be completely alleviated, totally gone, if there was a way to revive my pet in the event of its death. A pet bed would be the simplest way to provide that solution. I mean, it's less concerning to set off now with wolves alongside me, because we have wolf armor, but it's still not, it's not a pet bed. It's not a, oh, hey, my pet's not gonna die at all for a, it's not an, oh, hey, I can take my pet with me because I'll get him back. It's a, I guess I can take my pet with me because they're not going to be as squishy anymore. And that does not reassure me. I don't mind having to grind to get armor for my pets. Do not get me wrong. I am a-okay with that. I do not mind that if I want to have an army of pets with me, I have to breed them up. And if that army dies, I need to breed them up again. I have no problems with any of that. My problem is, if I lose all of a pet, like if I lose all of one kind of pet, one kind of wolf, for example, I have to go out and find that particular kind of pet again in order to start repopulating them at my base. That's the part I don't like. I would not mind having to have 2 pets, having to have pet beds for every pair of wolves of the different kinds, but I do mind not having a way to bring my pets back at all. That's the deal that is the deal breaker. Actually, I should probably keep the valuables down here, because this place might also become my workstation. A place where I do all my major tool crafting and such. Another point of frustration with pets. Yes, they are able to be more protected now. And if the pet bed is ever made and implemented, I have a way to revive my pets if they die. But what if I went out into the world with my pets, had them sit down somewhere for some reason, like say we were going into an iron golem, I was going to fight an iron golem, and I know if the pet follows me, they're going to get themselves killed. I've had that happen too many times. If I then set out, promising myself I'll come back for my pets, but then can never remember where I was when the pets were told to sit, it'd be nice to have a way to call them all back to me, you know? You could make it an ability where if you blow a horn, if you blow a certain horn you have to enhance a certain way, it calls all of that particular pet of a particular pet kind to you. Like, you combine one with a bone, it will call all your wolves. You combine one with a fish, it'll call all your cats. Combine one with seeds, all your parrots. If they made it so rabbits were somehow useful and able to become pets. You use a carrot with a horn. You use the horn. You call... what else? Your rabbits. For whatever reason. Sweetberry with a horn. Pet foxes, if you have any. Or foxes that specifically trust you. These may seem like dumb ideas, but these are not dumb ideas at all. These are sincere and heartfelt suggestions. Mojang, please give me the pet bed. If you will make no others among these ideas reality, at least let us have the pet bed. I don't even mind if it costs me a stinking diamond. Give me the bed.
I think it might be time for a harvest. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to hit the little guy. That was a mistake on my part. There we go. Almost 2 stacks of beef. Holy moly, I did not realize that there were that many cows in there. I knew there were a lot, but I didn't realize there was enough to provide that much meat. Wow. Okay. Well. Let's go ahead and cook this up. And we'll put the baked potatoes away as an emergency secondary option for food.
There we go. Choppy, choppy, chopping. Chopping up the tree. Chopping up a tree. Chopping up a tree that's in my way. Gonna make me happy today. Chopping up the tree so it's out of my way. Alright. So far, so good, and so nice and solid. Oh, I see. One of them has a spear. I picked up that thing's spear. I just realized that. I picked up that zombie's spear. Nice. Whoops. Oh, darn it. The dark oak wood makes you hungry? Oh. It makes you think of chocolate, doesn't it? sometimes looking at spruce wood and dark oak wood, it makes me think of chocolate. Do you get the same situation? Do you have the same thing happen to you? Well, I'm glad to hear that it's not just me. Surprises me sometimes how many people have that same impression. Ow. Hiccups. I love these leaf particles everywhere. Nice. With a base up high like this, there's one thing I wish I could build. That it would be incredible if we ever get the chance to be able to do it. But I highly doubt it'll ever become possible. An airship. You know what? I often wish that we could build airships. Like, build them as a structure that's actually functional. Able to fly around like a real airship. Even if it was complicated to fly, I would go for that. I would go for that. Very much. I think it would be really cool. Imagine you got a base like this up in the treetops of somewhere, or you got a base in the mountains, built into a mountain maybe, and you can have a bridge leading out or into the air. Walk across it onto your airship, and you're like, "Let's go," and take off into the skies. We've kind of got something slightly like that with the Happy Gas, but it's not the same. Modded Java Edition has stuff like that. But over here on Bedrock Edition, I don't know of anything that makes anything like that. Well, I'd be pleasantly surprised if there was an add-on on the Minecraft Marketplace that made it possible. And I would look into that immediately in the event that I knew there was such a mod. But to my knowledge, there is no such mod. Or add-on, I mean, for Bedrock Edition. Which royally sucks. You plan on making a skyboat? Nice! Well, if you do, then you'll be ready for if the time ever comes that Mojang does add the ability to make an actual airship. Yeah, it would be so good if you'll make... Imagine! Oh, just imagine this. Imagine two alliances on a server on Bedrock, or on a realm on Bedrock. This one kingdom is getting ready to head off with their bows and their arrows, their swords and spears on their horses, only to look up and it's the stinking airships from Super Mario Brothers. It's a Mario Galaxy video game opening sequence. The invasion of the Bowser-style airships. Complete with spinning propellers, cannons that actually fire explosive projectiles, and, of course, the heavily armed and armored warriors on board getting ready to rain fire upon the kingdom that thought they were so prepared. Imagine a scenario like that. And imagine that on a grander scale, on a big server. Imagine how insane that could get. Whole crews of players rallied together on these airships, ready to bring the fight to anybody on the ground who didn't prepare their own fleet. I can just imagine how insane that kind of thing could get. And oh, do I long for something like that to happen. I would love to see something like that happen. Uh-huh. It would be. It would be. The only thing I feel would make something like that even better is well, actually, there's a couple of things that can make something like that even better. But one of the main things would be... what if that fleet could also bring in a stinking dragon? That's a silly idea, but at the same time, how long have Minecraft players wished for a rideable dragon in the game? Pretty much since the Ender Dragon. I mean, how long have there been rumors? How long were there rumors of being able to hatch the dragon egg and from it spawn your own rideable dragon? There was a brief period where I thought that was real when I first started playing. Imagine my disappointment when I found out that it wasn't. But I still love the game, for the record. Oh, sweet! That tree out there grew exactly how I needed it to. Perfect. Why am I hearing a zombie somewhere? I'm hearing a zombie. Or I was hearing a zombie somewhere around here. Did one do what I was afraid they could do and climb up the leaves? It would not surprise me if one actually did end up climbing up into the treetop. seriously, I hear something moving around down there. I know I heard a zombie's groan a minute ago. Where is it? It's unsettling when you can't find something you can hear. Oh no. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. They can climb up. They can climb. They can climb the vines. Look at those trees, and I'm definitely gonna move my crop farm up there. Ooh! Oh! Another zombie. More like a zombozo. Knew it was coming. Knew that axe was gonna break. Taking a look at the supplies that are out here. There's a lot. Grab some sand, and I think I'll cook some of that up. Turn it into glass that I can use later when I need it. If I end up needing it for anything. Alright, now for the cat. I gotta go out and find the cat. My hope is to get a jelly cat. In the event that I can't, I will settle for finding 2 cats that I can claim as my own. Another small part of the reason why I want the cats is because with a cat, they can give you a present every morning. And it can range from things like string to phantom membrane. Which would mean I wouldn't have to wait for phantoms to spawn. I would just let the cat bring me phantom membrane whenever it can, as its gift.
The ocelot was threatening my chickens. Oh, it was such a pitiful sound. I didn't like having to do that, but if I didn't go ahead and get rid of that ocelot, it was going to keep harassing my chickens. And it would have been a pain in the neck to get more. Yep. Tamed cats, if you let one sleep in your bed with you, it will actually bring you a gift in the morning, and one of the things it can be is a phantom membrane. Now, I'll grant you, there's no guarantees as to what they will bring, except there is a loot pool that it can pull from to decide what it will bring. But in that loot, in those options, phantom membrane is one of them. Which, if anyone doesn't know what phantom membrane is good for, it's good for repairing elytra. It's for repairing elytra in the event that you have one and you haven't got mending on it yet. Kind of a rare thing that anyone's going to get an elytra and not immediately throw mending on that thing. But who knows? They may one day make it so that there's other things it's used for. Airship components, anyone? Actually, saying that out loud, that would actually be smart. Make it so that you can have... Oh man, look at the rabbits and the way they move. It's so much more realistic now. I love it. I've always been fascinated by the way rabbits move in real life. You ever go somewhere where there's rabbits at times and you sit there and you just watch them sit there and munch away at whatever it is they find in the grass? You ever do that? You ever just watch them sit there and nibble away with their ears just perked up? And it's fascinating to watch. It's always been fascinating to me to watch rabbits and the way they move and the way that they sit down, and it's cute and fascinating. Probably one of the most fascinating little animals out there in the world. And when they want to move, boy, they can move. I've seen that. When they want to move, they can move like lightning fast. Which, in and of itself, is also impressive. That, in and of itself, is really cool to see. Cat! Come here, kitty. Oh, listen to the cat. Listen to it. It wants the fish. Oh, so cute. Have some fish. Wow, you were a hungry sucker, weren't you? Oh. Whoa. Okay, that was a jump over a gap. More of a jump than I was expecting. Oh no. Did I just see? Yep. I'm sorry, but whoever at Mojang decided that the baby villagers needed a new head shape. You're making me laugh here, people. They look goofy now. They looked silly before, but now they just look downright goofy. Hey, it's another of the same cat. Or is that my cat? Is that my cat? No, that's an untamed cat. This is my cat. Okay. Well, last time I was here, there was a jelly that I wanted to... There was a jelly cat that I wanted. I wanted to tame a jelly. Aww. I wonder if there is no jelly around here anymore. Oh! There she is! There she is! Look at her! Look at those green eyes! Look at her! Jelly! Yay! We got her! Oh! Oh! Oh, that is so cute. That is sickeningly sweet cute. Holy moly, that was just absolutely adorable. That little baby jelly that we spawned in, that was just so cute. Oh gosh. Dying to a drown and losing 40 levels. I've lost all my levels before too. I want to say there was a time that I had been sitting at my... I had been sitting in an AFK farm for like an hour. Maybe more. I had over 70 levels. I'd managed to be patient enough to sit there and grind that many levels, and I went to move and go somewhere, and the next stinking thing that I knew... dead. I don't even remember what happened, but I died, and all those levels reduced to just 6. 6 measly, frustrating levels that made me absolutely livid. I mean, there were a few minutes there that I was hot. I was like overtly mad. Cause something like that happening to me like that annoyed the everything out of me to the point of borderline insane. I was so mad. That's a pretty good number too. That is a pretty good number. I want to say the only reason I bothered with getting as many levels as I had that time is that I was trying to do a lot of enchanting using an actual enchanting table, and oh, I cannot stand having to use the enchanting table. It is a pain in the neck to the point of obscene. It is ridiculous how frustrating it is trying to use the enchanting table to get enchantments. It drove me nuts. It's a pretty nice sized desert with some cool jungles all around it. Hey, parrot! It's a Mario parrot! I mean, seriously, look at the red. That is Mario red. And the blue matches with the overall thing. And the yellow, that's just the golden buttons. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, that's right. I got 3 cats because I bred the one. I bred the jelly and the one cat and got the baby jelly. That's cool. That's cool. We got the cats. We got a wolf with us. I say time to start making our way back to base. Got more stuff I need to do. At some point, I need to dig down deep enough or else find an exposed lava pool Get some lava so I can start farming cobblestone with it. Because mining will get us a lot of cobblestone, but it's always a good idea to have that extra avenue for cobble that is a cobblestone generator. You can never go wrong having a cobblestone generator. Oh, really? So if I had, like, 50 levels, I'd get better enchantments than if I was just level 20 or level 30. If I was level 50, I'd get better enchantments than if I were level 30. If that is legitimately the case, then I wish I had known that a long time ago. That could save me so much time and effort. Huh. Okay, so note to self. For enchantment table enchanting, more levels in the pocket is better for the enchanting possibilities. Good to know. I feel like all the animals have gotten noisier since the Tiny Takeover update. The little kitten keeps getting caught on stuff. Mostly I keep putting leads on them so that I can keep them with me when I go to head back to base. I don't want to lose these guys, especially not the cats. The cats are new and I don't want to lose them at all. I want to keep them. Ooh, my recommendation is a skeleton spawner. Spider spawners are just a pain in the neck to work with. You gotta do a whole other kind of design for a spider spawner. Whereas skeleton spawner, you can just use the old design and you're pretty much good to go. Hey, so we agree. Skeleton spawner is the best. I will admit, there is a benefit to a zombie spawner in that you can get them to drop their armor if you convert them into drowned. And I don't know if this has been patched or not, but there was a time where doing that, they'd actually drop the armor and it would be fully repaired. Yeah, that made the zombie spawner a good option if I wanted to get some basic armor from a zombie spawner. It was good, huh? Ah, very good. But since then I've not had a chance to see if it was still a thing. And skeleton spawners are peak because you can get bows, arrows galore, and of course you get the bones. And those bones can make bone meal. Not to mention you still get a little bit of armor here and there. It'd be broken, but it'd still be armor that you can repair. Listen to them. Listen to them cats. Cute. Right, you get to stay down here. You get to stay down here. You sit here. Little Gel, you come up top side with me. Oh, there is a problem. cat can't make the climb. Not on its own. I've got an idea. You grab some leaves. Hey, there you go. There is a good reason to use skeleton spawner. You might get the infinity type of bow, which is superb. Borderline supreme. Did I just hear the cat up there? Where is the cat? Oh, kitty. Oh, little kitten. There you are. Alright, come over here. Actually, I need leaves. My current plan is to see if I can go up higher, spawn him on top of the house, or spawn her on top of the house, and then drop her inside of it. Good kitty! Come on down inside, please. Come here. Good kitty. Nice. Now we have a jelly cat to keep watch over my bed. She brought me some raw chicken. Sweet kitten. Good kitty. Alright, let me think. What else do I need to do? Farms, fences, blocks. That was the plan. My hope was that I might find some lava and use that to make a cobble generator for more blocks. Not so much. Well, I may not have done everything that I wanted to do, but we did some good stuff. And now we've got a cat. That, I'd say, with the cats, that's a nice little bonus. We got cats to go with our wolves. We got our little shack for storage is made. And soon we're going to figure out how to move our animals and crop farms around so that we have everything we need to have the perfect infrastructure. I've got some ideas. But for right now, that's going to do it for this session, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to let me know by leaving likes and comments. Subscribing if you haven't already done that. It's all free. You can change your mind later. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to smack that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. With that all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGardo1, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see y'all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!